Birthday, Eminem.
Happy birthday, Eminem.
We love you.
We love you.
Hoe you up.
Hoe you up.
Have a great day.
Have a great.
Hoe you up.
Hoe you up.
What?
Hello again and welcome back to another one. And apart from the interesting videos that have hit the web wishing Eminem a happy birthday, we also saw compilation clips of hundreds of TikTokers wish the hip-hop legend a happy birthday. And today we'll be exploring some career highlights for Eminem so far. Today we also have some more updates on Diddy's predicament, as it is some wild reports that have hit the web, as Diddy has been hit with over 6 new lawsuits over the past few hours, including an allegation from someone who claimed they got assaulted by Diddy because they claimed that Diddy had a hand in Tupac's demise. And we got to find out some details about this new lawsuit that also raised eyebrows. And we also got another one from the lawyer representing Danny Kane's former member, Don Rashad, who also sued Diddy. And in this case, we got to find out an example of why Diddy was denied bail. And we even got to hear from Russell Simmons' daughter, Aoki Lee Simmons, and she had a message to the public when it comes to this Diddy case that sparked some interesting reactions. And today we also have more from Fat Joe, who recently revealed some details about his weight loss journey and also his use of Ozempic. And before we get started, like Eminem was instructed to oil up.
Hoe you up.
Hoe you up.
To keep the content flowing, if you enjoy this, smooth things over for us, hit the like button and subscribe for more. And starting with Eminem's birthday, even Revolt wished the rapper happy birthday, although their post was bombarded with comments about F Revolt, seen as a few years back they were at odds with the rapper over lyrics on Bang Remix. And at 52, Eminem remains the biggest hip-hop artist of all time, with album sales exceeding over 220 million sold globally. And mind you, he's objectively the #1 most mentioned top 5 rapper of all time when it comes to rappers rating rappers. And it is also a couple of mind-blowing records for him. For instance, Curtain Call is the last compilation album to sell over 10 million traditional albums, also known as pure albums sold.
What?
All while Lose Yourself is ranked as the most successful song of the millennium, according to Chartmaster's global report.
Good Lord.
All while Till I Collapse is also the most successful non-single in music history. And once again,
Birthday, Eminem.
Happy birthday, Eminem.
We love you.
We love you.
Hoe you up.
Hoe you up.
Have a great day.
Have a great.
Pull up, just pull up.
Good Lord.
and moving on, we got to hear some wild details from Fat Joe about his weight loss journey, including his use of the medical sensation Ozempic. Check out snippets from his interview on Club Shay Shay.
I taught myself how to eat better. I used to exercise more than I do now. You know, I was like 480 pounds.
What?
And Big Pun was 600.
Joe, but I can see if you.
Well, I look smaller because I'm next to Big Pun.
Yeah.
And Big Mac looks smaller next to the Double Whopper.
But Joe, I can see if you like 6'5", 6'6", but 480 on somebody your frame, Joe.
Shannon, let me tell you something. We used to go to the all you can eat, and we almost went to jail at an all you can eat.
What?
We ate too much at an all you can eat. I swear to God. They brought the cops in. Now I eat defensively. Now I stay away from the carbs, the bread, the pasta.
You wore a Halloween costume where you had an
I
Ozempic.
was Ozempic.
Yeah.
I'm on Ozempic. I'm diabetic. So I take
Well, that way you have a reason. You didn't do it just to lose weight. You did it to maintain a healthy life.
medicine.
Yeah.
It's insulin. That's medicine. It's actually a medicine, Shannon.
Yes, I know what it is.
You know, everybody else took it to lose weight. It's a medicine.
Yeah.
A proud Ozempian.
Yeah.
I was like this. You see me? I even had the needle on the top. Like, yo.
How long have you been a diabetic, Joe?
My whole life since I've been like 13. The problem was that in the hood, they never even told me that if you lose weight, the diabetes could go away. Yeah. So at one point, After Pun died, I was working out 2 to 3 times. I was doing 2 a days, 3 a days. Insane working out. And then one day I walked into the hospital and I went to see my doctor. He was like, yo, you ain't got to take insulin no more. I said, what? He was like, nah, you ain't got diabetes no more. And then eventually, maybe like 10 years later, he was like, all right, now you got to take a little Ozempic. You know, you ain't working out 2-3 times a day. So you got to, you know, regulate your sugars.
And the fact that Fat Joe admitted that he used Ozempic led to viral posts like these. You know what? I appreciate the honesty, loudly crying emoji. And since he was diabetic to begin with, some are wondering, Ozempic was originally meant to treat diabetes. What's the issue? Laughing emoji. And moving on, Diddy continues to get bombarded from all angles with these lawsuits, to the point that one of the lawyers believe he's going away for life at this rate. And we'll be starting with the lawyer who's already representing over 120 alleged victims, and Tony Busby just added 6 more lawsuits against Diddy. It goes, Diddy sued, men claiming SA, Busby barrage begins, and 4 of the 6 new cases reportedly feature male accusers. But there's more, as we got to hear from former Diddy's artist lawyer about one of the reasons why Diddy was denied bail. Check out a snippet from Talk TV.
I'm very proud to represent Dawn Richard. She worked with Diddy since 2004 on the TV show Making the Band, in the band called Danity Kane, and in the band called Diddy Dirty Money. And she alleges a horrifying series of events of sexual harassment, sexual assault, sex trafficking, false imprisonment, essentially that she was threatened. She witnessed incidents of abuse against Cassie Ventura and others. And she has come forward, and I'm very proud to represent her. We filed her civil case over a month ago before the federal criminal case. The federal criminal case came after ours, but it was strikingly similar. Many of the same allegations that women were victimized, that they were terrorized, that they weren't even paid properly when they worked for him and made music with him. So there's the federal criminal case. That's why he's in prison right now. And I think he's going to be in prison for the rest of his life. And then there's a large number of civil cases that have been filed. Those are private lawsuits for money damages. There's my case, and there's a number of other cases with similar allegations, some involving underage people as well as adults who were victimized by him. In our case, and in the federal criminal case, we're not just against Sean Combs, but against a large number of people who are accused of being his enablers. These guys don't just do this by themselves. They have to have a large number of people who are complicit in order to have an operation this big and to have this many accusers.
Can you explain why such a high-profile person managed to have the judge deny his bail?
Because the prosecutors say he was tampering with witnesses before he was sent to jail. In my case, there's a woman, only one, who came out publicly after we filed our complaint and basically attacked my client and said she was a liar. The judge essentially said he needs to be behind bars because we can't have witnesses tampered with.
And perhaps the wildest new update we got on Diddy's case, as another accuser has now sued Diddy, and this accuser claims she was assaulted because Diddy heard that she believes he had something to do with Tupac's demise, and that set things off. However, there's more to this new lawsuit that raised eyebrows, because the victim reportedly went back to the scene of the assault and spent the night there. Check out snippets explaining this from News Nation.
Ashley Parham says the terrifying evening involved a knife fight with Diddy in which she grazed him and being shot at before she could escape with her life. So the big question is why, after she finally escaped this harrowing ordeal, why did she go back to the scene of the crime and then spend the night there? It is part of a brand new lawsuit filed just hours ago against Sean Diddy Combs. I'm joined once again by the accuser's attorney, Ariel Mitchell. Ariel, that is a huge question, and how do you explain that?
So first I want to tell you, you asked the question that I asked. I said to her the exact same thing. What made you go back? And she said, honestly, I don't even have a good explanation. All I know is I just really wasn't there. I had on a t-shirt. I was at some strange man's house that she didn't know. She just thought she could go get her. She had no purse. She had no keys. She had no cell phone. What was she supposed to do? And she was like, I figured maybe since they left, I could at least go try and get my stuff back. And she said, honestly, I've asked myself that many a times. I know this is probably going to come up to everybody, like, because any person like you and me sitting here logically, not in that situation, not having experienced that, we can sit here and judge all day and say, well, I wouldn't have done that, or that doesn't make any sense. But none of us know what we would do until we were in a similar situation. You have no clothes, you have no means of getting anywhere, no purse, your car's there, no car keys, no cell phone, and your help, the police, seemingly left you. What other option would
if it goes,
you have?
if it goes to a jury, it's a good question. If it goes to the jury, it's going to be the reasonable mind of each juror who would make that decision.
And boy, this one in particular has sparked split reactions, as on one end, some have expanded. I studied this as a writer and actually knew of the alleged victims. When someone is abused and traumatized, they don't make rational decisions. Also, most people don't really help them, so they feel judged and trapped. Half of Diddy's victims did report it, and nothing was done. However, some have expanded on how the details of the lawsuit are quite questionable. Out of all the lawsuits filed against Diddy, this one sounds the most outrageous. First off, if you suspect that a person had a hand in somebody's murder, why would you taunt that very same dangerous individual like they couldn't have you killed as well? And some have even jumped to conclusions. This is a money grab for real, LOL laughing emoji. But all in all, it is just so many cases right now. Perhaps this lawyer was onto something.
I think he's going to be in prison for the rest of his life.
And the question of Diddy reached Russell Simmons' daughter, Aoki Lee Simmons, and she had a message for the public. Check out a snippet.
What do I think about Diddy? I think his daughters and children are such wonderful people, and I really hope you guys treat them with love and respect, because they're nice kids. And it's not their fault that anything adults, that's adult business, and they are not adults. My little cousins, they are in school, they are not adults. So please treat them like children. That's all I ask. Thank you for saying that. I mean, that's basic manners, guys. Like, don't go in on kids on their Instagram or whatever.
And some have reacted with, she could relate based on what happened in the past about her dad, Russell Simmons. Now, of course, Diddy also has grown kids, men, King Combs and Justin Combs. And boy, the allegations are running wild. The kids was in on it, boo, LOL, except the girls. But the boys, man, please. And she sounds just like her father, with the lisp and all, and the voice. Incredible. And more on this note, they gotta stop. Diddy got kids that are 30, damn near. But she's right about the underage kids though, they shouldn't be caught in this crossfire. And we got users with crystal balls jumping into conclusions. It is everybody's business. His sons will be arrested soon, and some believe she was better off ignoring this discussion. She needs to shut the F up before she gets her mom subpoenaed for court. But that will be all for today, and tell us when you discovered Eminem's music in the comment section. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.
Eminem. We love you. We love you. Hold you up. Damn.